أن الوساطة القطرية بالشراكة مع جمهورية مصر العربية الشقيقة والولايات المتحدة الأمريكية بما حققته من نتائج ملموسة في الإفراج عن 148 رهينة من الإسرائيليين والأجانب والمئات من الأسرى الفلسطينيين وإيصال المساعدات الإنسانية لأهل غزة، كانت بارقة الأمل النادرة في هذا النزاع الدامي. غير أن الاعتداء على أرضنا خلال انشغالنا بالوساطة كشف بوضوح عن نوايا إسرائيل المبيتة لإجهاض أي مسعى نحو السلام وإطالة أمد المعاناة الإنسانية للشعب الفلسطيني الشقيق الذي يتعرض لحجم من المعاناة تعجز الكلمات عن وصفه. كما يكشف بأن المتطرفون الذين يحكمون إسرائيل اليوم لا يأبهون بحياة الرهائن، وأن تحريرهم ليس أولوية لديهم، وإلا فكيف يفسر اختيار توقيت ومكان الهجوم في الوقت الذي كانت فيه المفاوضات تعقد لمناقشة وقف إطلاق النار وفق المقترح الأمريكي الأخير؟ لقد اجتمع الوفد التفاوضي. السيد الرئيس، أقف أمامكم اليوم مطالبا مجلسكم الموقر بتحمل مسؤوليته التاريخية، فالصمت أمام فرض شريعة الغاب واستهداف دولة ذات سيادة في وضح النهار يقوض قواعد العمل الدولي ويهدد مستقبل أي عملية سلام في منطقتنا. إن استمرار هذه الاعتداءات لا يستهدف قطر وحدها، بل هو تهديد صريح باستهداف كل دولة تعمل على إحلال السلام، مما يزعزع الثقة بالمنظومة الأممية ذاتها.
The men targeted were not legitimate politicians, diplomats, or representatives. They were the masterminds of terror. They orchestrated the massacre on October 7th, murdering civilians, kidnapping children, raping women, wiping out entire communities. This brings me to Qatar. Prime Minister al-Thani, the time for Qatar to choose has come. For too long, Qatar has harbored terrorists, offering Hamas leaders sanctuary in luxury hotels while they orchestrate massacres and terror attacks. History will not be kind to accomplices. Either Qatar condemns Hamas, expels Hamas, and brings Hamas to justice, or Israel will.
The United Kingdom stands in full and unwavering solidarity with Qatar and condemns Israel's strikes on Doha. These strikes are a flagrant violation of the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Qatar. They risk both further escalation across the region and setting back negotiations for a ceasefire. We offer our condolences to the families and friends of Qatari personnel who were tragically killed. Our thoughts are with their loved ones and with the injured.
Unilateral bombing inside Qatar, a sovereign nation working very hard and bravely taking risks alongside the United States to broker peace, does not advance Israel's or America's goals. That said, it is inappropriate for any member to use this to question Israel's commitment to bringing their hostages home. Eliminating Hamas, which has profited off of the misery of those living in Gaza, is a worthy goal. Hamas and other terrorists must have no future in Gaza. Only after the terror group's removal can Gaza advance toward a better future, and can Israel be secure within its own borders. Prime Minister Netanyahu reiterated to President Trump his desire for peace when the two spoke yesterday. Notwithstanding the unfortunate nature of this incident, President Trump believes it could serve as an opportunity for peace. The President assured the Emir, as well as the Prime Minister of Qatar, that such a thing would not happen again on their soil. The United States will continue to work to release all the hostages, reach a ceasefire, provide humanitarian assistance, and end this conflict.
We gather yet again as the scope of violence in the Middle East has widened, further threatening regional security and stability. Israel's airstrikes in Doha, Qatar on 9 September shocked the world. It was an alarming escalation especially since it targeted individuals who were reportedly gathered to discuss the latest U.S. proposal for a ceasefire and hostage release deal in Gaza. The Secretary General condemned this strike as a violation of Qatar's sovereignty and territorial integrity. According to statements by Qatar, Israel targeted residential compounds housing members of the political bureau of Hamas around 15:45 local time on Tuesday. Hamas stated that the son of its chief negotiator, Khalil al-Hayya, as well as his office manager and 3 other people affiliated with the group, were killed. Hamas also said its senior leadership survived the attack. According to Qatar, 1 Qatari security officer was killed and 7 other security personnel were injured. Qatar's foreign ministry immediately condemned the attack, saying this criminal assault constitutes a blatant violation of all international laws and norms that posed a serious threat to the security and safety of the country. The Israeli attack on Doha potentially opens a new and perilous chapter in this devastating conflict, seriously threatening regional peace and stability. Qatar, along with Egypt and the United States, has been working intensively to broker a ceasefire and hostage release agreement in Gaza. Efforts aimed at ending the suffering and paving a path toward peace. We are deeply grateful for Qatar's steadfast commitment and constructive diplomacy. All parties must act to preserve these efforts. Regrettably, Israel's actions came at the height of ongoing consultations with the parties. Any action that undermines the work of mediation and dialogue weakens confidence in the very mechanisms we depend on for conflict resolution. Preserving the integrity of negotiation and mediation channels is crucial for fostering the trust that parties need to engage in meaningful dialogue. It is also vital for safeguarding the norms that underpin diplomacy and peacemaking. Durable and just solutions to the crises in the Middle East will not come out of more violence and more fighting. I call on all stakeholders to exercise utmost restraint at this sensitive time and recommit to diplomacy. The urgency of a ceasefire and hostage release deal in Gaza has never been greater. Strike a deal, free the hostages, end the suffering of the people of Gaza.